Well, welcome to Narnia, to the Citadel for Metal Fellowship. Narnia is a Swedish melodic metal pioneer, and I've got Jonathan Samuelson with me today. He's the bass player, lead singer, and lead and backing vocals. And they have returned to claim the top spot in the Christian metal music pantheon. They've returned with their 10th album titled X to celebrate their 30th anniversary, nearly 3 decades of unwavering presence on the international metal stage. And the album was released on Narnia Songs Records back on May 29th of this year. And welcome, Jonathan. Go ahead and say
Thank you.
hi. And
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, I'm the bass player in Narnia and sing some lead vocals, but mostly backing vocals. I handle the web page, some other design and
oh,
administration and stuff. But I'm mostly known for being the bass player in Narnia. And uh, this is our 10th studio album, X. And we celebrate 30 years with Narnia, and I celebrate 10 years as a member in Narnia. So I'm almost the new guy still, but yeah.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
tell us how you guys got together, how the band was formed, and as much as you want to talk about your back catalog and
Mm.
some of the highlights of that 10 years so far, or
Yeah,
30 years, I'm sorry.
the band started 30 years ago, and it was Christian Lillegren, our lead vocalist, and CJ Grimark, our guitarist. They started the band, and pretty soon they got signed to a label and they released Awakening, the first album. And on that album, it was just these two guys. Oh, here he comes, Mr. CJ.
All right. Looks like we're going to have another edition here.
Yeah, one of the founders. So he can tell us about. Hello,
How you doing?
CJ.
Hello. I'm so sorry about this. I don't know what to say. Now
No
I'm here.
problem, because we got a question for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Shoot.
Yeah,
I'll let him
it
answer.
was just, yeah, you can repeat the question maybe for CJ.
Okay, well, what I had said is just tell us how the band got started, how you emerged, evolved. You can talk about your back catalog. We've already announced the new album, and we're going to be talking about that. But go ahead and you apparently have been there from the beginning, so tell us how it all got started.
Yeah, it started with I got to know Christian, our singer, in around I think it was 93 and 94. And yeah, we bumped into each other here and there. And one day he called me because he was he was in a 70s rock band, 70s style rock band, and he had this idea about making something more like melodic neoclassical metal band. So he called me about that because he had heard me playing in local bands and stuff. Yeah, he just asked me if I would be up to it, and I said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." So we started doing the Awakening recording, just him and me, pretty much. We took some of my songs and some of his songs from previous bands, and wrote some new stuff as well. And yeah, that's how we started. And we got in touch with an agent who shopped around the record with some Japanese labels and later also some European labels as well. And yeah, it all happened pretty fast in the beginning. So we put that album out, and after that it was time for album two, and then we really needed a full band. So that's when we started to recruit the other guys. Um, so yeah, that was the beginning of the whole thing. So when we did the Long Live the King record, from that point on, we were like a real band and started to do live shows and touring and stuff. So it was quite a few intense years in the beginning. A lot of things happening, especially for myself. I was just like 18 years old when we started with the first album. So yeah, well, it was exciting times.
I bet. No, I bet. And obviously, you love the Narnia books and maybe the movies. Um, what was it? There's so many things in both of those things that inspire me, but what inspired you to decide on that as the name of the band?
It was actually Christian's idea. I mean, coming at that time, the whole grunge wave was really, the big thing around the world at that time.
I'm from
I
Seattle.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe maybe it was slightly after the grunge wave, but yeah, we didn't really fit in anywhere, and there weren't so many melodic or neoclassical bands around. So we were like, okay, well, what themes would work? Like fantasy stuff, maybe. So Christian had this idea about Narnia because that's like a fantasy story out of a very, Christian perspective, a Christian foundation. So yeah, it was his suggestion, and coming from C.S. Lewis, it makes the whole thing pretty deep if you want to. I mean, if you would dig into his other books, there's a lot of material. So it's not that we really pay so much attention these days to the Narnia story and all that. Now it's just a name, but it still it has a great symbolic value, obviously, because it's a biblical story pretty much.
Yes, very much. Do you want to add anything to that, John?
If I want to add something?
Yeah,
Uh, no, as CJ said, it was Christian's idea. I think he saw the movie, the old movie, The Witch and the Lion,
yeah.
and that was a good idea. So yeah, but it's a good name because people remember it. So I like it.
And from what I have seen on the internet, I think they're developing the next movie. They've been promising that since the last one came out, but hopefully there will be a new one because I love them. I think they're great, and the books were even better. And the connection between him and uh, Lord of the Rings,
Yeah, Tolkien.
Tolkien, yeah, is amazing. If you read all that, um, those two went through during the war and things like that. Yeah, it is. And I'm a history major, so I absolutely love all that stuff, or minor, I should say, not major. But
Mm.
all right. Well, what were your influences? Because I know growing up, I've got a lot of them in back of me here. But who did you guys listen to when you were in, let's say, high school, junior high? That's who was it that you listened to this guy or gal, and you said, "I'm going to do that." That is, I'm not going to go into business or customer service, whatever. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play guitar. I'm going to sing. I'm going to play bass. What was it that pushed you there or sort of inspired you to go there?
Well, for myself, it was I had a strong musical interest somehow when I was just a little kid. Uh, I remember back from when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I was bringing some pots up and I was hitting them when my mom was playing the piano at home. I was trying to play along like a drummer and stuff. But actually, I was just fascinated by things sounding and notes chiming together and stuff like that. It's not that I had developed like a certain, this is what I listen to, this is the music I like. I was just fascinated by sound in general. But when I was like, I guess I was 9 years old, when I heard Europe, the final countdown, that was it.
Mm.
Then I was totally hooked from day one, and I just I was totally blown away as a child, and yeah, that's the route I went on, I suppose. After that, I found Yngwie Malmsteen and Joe Satriani and Gary Moore and the 70s rock bands. Like I was curious about the background of the whole thing, so I started listening to Deep Purple and Rainbow and Led Zeppelin when I was about 13 years old, I think. So my high school years, I listened a lot to that, and but also other stuff like Tom Petty and stuff quite early. So yeah, that's my background. I really liked Gary Moore's "Still Got the Blues" album.
Mm.
When that came out, so I was playing along with that record when I was 14. I came home from school. Uh, I put my guitar on and I was playing along to that record like 5 hours a day.
Wow.
Like a insane weird kid, I guess.
What you like? No,
Huh?
it's what you like to do. No,
Yes, yes,
who doesn't want to do what they want to do? Yeah, I mean, you have your interest.
yes.
Mm.
And Jonathan, who inspired you to become a
Yeah.
musician?
I always liked music as well, so I have always, sang and tried to play guitar with my dad. I started with the piano actually. Uh, I didn't thought that was too fun because I was in a concert in my hometown with a Christian rock band called Aaron's Beard in English, but
Oh yeah.
Arons Skägg in Swedish. I thought it was a very strange name, but I thought this music was really cool. I want to play something like that. And then I heard Jerusalem, another Christian rock band from Sweden. And then I started to play guitar. I asked my father to teach me, and then I had different guitar teachers. And then, as CJ said, when Europe released the final countdown and Rock the Night, I heard that one first, I think. Then I was, sold out for, I really liked Europe a lot. But I mostly listened to Christian rock music, so it was, Striper and Bloodgood and different kind of bands. So yeah, I played guitar until 10 years ago when I joined Narnia. Then I switched to bass, and I really like that.
You probably heard that story. Well, we won't go there. Let's leave that alone because I don't remember the guy's name.
Okay.
But it's close, but I can't remember.
Okay.
But he was a guitar player, and then he heard Jimi Hendrix, and he said, "That's it. I'm switching to bass."
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Talking about
I can relate to
Lenny,
that.
Lenny, that's it. He's
Yeah.
a heavy metal guy. And they
Yeah.
said, "What made you pick up bass?" And he goes, "I heard Jimi Hendrix." And I said, "That's it."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's one way to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Tommy Emmanuel once playing guitar, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to listen to him again.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him since then.
Now, I think you guys have you probably had a opening show for the release of the album, but will you be touring in addition to that this new album?
We put most of that on hold quite a bit this time. We have been doing some touring for each release during the past decade, pretty much. But now there's been so much things going on in our personal lives
Oh,
that it hasn't really worked out well. So at the moment, we're going to do a festival in Germany, Loud and Proud, which is, yeah, that's going to be a very exclusive show for sure, because that's the only one we're doing.
oh,
So
wow.
no touring except for that.
All right. Yeah. And touring itself is just so difficult these days. And, without the record labels, but also just the promoters, the people, I've had so many people go on Facebook and they're not getting paid. I mean, I can't believe that they would expect the band to come in, just play for the love of it. I mean,
Mm,
you guys love it, but
sure.
you're also working, and
Yeah.
for you to have to fight with them to get your money, I've
Mm,
heard that so many times, and I can't believe it. I mean, I believe the people, but I can't believe that people are doing that. I mean, it's
mm.
you've heard this, or
Yeah, sure. Yes, absolutely.
you
I
haven't.
think we could say that we're fortunate that we have been able to do some touring.
Mm.
In Christian metal, how big is that? Not really. There's not too many big bands really doing that. So it's not the easiest place to start. But yeah, it is difficult because prices have went through the roof pretty much. Costs of um, you know gas prices and stuff, they affect everything
Hey,
all the way down the line. So
no, I was
it's tough.
over here. That's probably the biggest cost is if you want to go across the US, all
Mm.
those miles, forget about it. I mean, I think it was $5 or $6 a gallon right now, and that's expensive.
What
And
state are you in?
I'm in Washington State. I'm
Okay.
way west,
Yeah.
as far as you can go. The only thing beyond us is the Pacific Ocean. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful up here, and I was telling Jonathan I'm up in Bellingham, which is like 30 minutes from Vancouver, Canada, and
Okay.
see the sign over here. And I'm a big fan of Canada and Vancouver. We go up there as often as we can, my wife and I, and but we also we both lived in Seattle for about 18, 20 years. And
Okay.
we love it there, but we can go up and down I-5 to either location. But yeah, it is beautiful. It's very much like Sweden. We don't call them fjords, but we kind of
Mm.
have similar things to fjords, and
Mm.
a lot of beautiful islands and a lot of trees. That's the key.
Mm.
Mm.
You guys you have a lot of trees, and
Mm.
unfortunately a lot of them over here are burning. I hope you guys aren't having the wildfires like we are you?
I don't think we have in Sweden. How is it in Mississippi, CJ?
It's very humid here,
Yeah.
so
Oh my
things
goodness.
aren't really burning.
No.
So that's good, I guess.
Yeah, so you're in Mississippi, all right.
Yes, I
How
am.
close are you to the Gulf?
Say 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay, so you're up
Yeah.
in the Pines area where the lots of forest, right? If
Yeah, there's lots of forests. Yes.
I've,
So I'm
I've
I'm in central Mississippi.
Mm.
I've driven through there. Yeah, it's that well, it's all beautiful, but and the Gulf is beautiful as well. But yeah, that forested area is gorgeous.
Great. Yeah, I actually moved here 2 months ago, so I haven't been down at the Gulf yet. I have been before, actually, a few years ago. But
Mm.
yeah, we're gonna have some vacation time down there. So we had some good recommendations.
Good.
But now we kind of lost track, I guess.
No, yeah, you've been busy, it sounds like.
Yeah,
What is that? I gotta just ask you, you moved from Sweden?
I moved from Sweden to Norway 10 years ago, and now my family and I relocated to the US 2 months ago.
And you
So now we're here.
here? Or
Excuse me, you just disappeared, drop out.
I'm sorry, do you have family here or you just love the area or
We just love the country in general, so we've been wanting to move here for many years. So we worked on that for quite a while. I can assure you, it took some time, and we wanted to move somewhere in the south, and work-related stuff determined the rest. So my wife is working at a hospital here, UMMC in Jackson. So that was the reason to be here.
And you don't mind the humidity.
I could live without it. I don't mind the heat. That's
I
fine. I
used to
mean,
live.
I'm starving for heat from being in Sweden and Norway for
Oh yeah,
almost 50 years, so that's fine. The
yeah.
humidity, the humidity isn't too bad when it's not, if it's a rainy day, and sure, that humidity that sticks for some time. But I don't really think it's too nasty actually. On a sunny day, it's okay. It's
Do,
hot outside though.
do you guys have humidity up in Sweden?
I don't know,
Yes.
dude. We
Yeah,
have.
you do. You do.
Yeah. See
I
now
don't know
that
But
what.
one.
it's more here. It's
Yeah.
worse here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because we, for some lucky reason, and thank you, uh, we don't. And that's the wonderful thing about the Pacific Northwest.
Mm,
Oh, with global warming, definitely things are changing. But for a long time, they didn't put air conditioners in businesses and residences. Now they definitely are starting to do that
mm,
with global warming. But yeah, it used to be you could open your windows all summer long. Uh,
mm,
Now we have air conditioners and stuff like that because yeah, it has changed. But that is amazing. And we used to live in Tampa about
oh,
8 or 9 years ago, and loved it there. At least you have the, like I was talking a little bit about Mississippi. You have the Gulf breeze that helps. It definitely is hot, but if you're in Orlando or um, maybe north of where you are in Mississippi, it's probably miserable because you don't have that Gulf breeze. But that it really does take take a little of the bite out of it. But
mm,
I remember we went up to I had a reminder. We went up to Vancouver and they had this indoor uh, God, I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, we went inside and it had plants and everything. And that and the minute you walk through the door, you could feel that humidity. And it was like, oh my God, this is why I moved. I was originally from Ohio, which is very much like Sweden in terms of heavy snow and then hot summers. And yeah, I'm not a humidity person.
right.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys do as far as hobbies? I know I ask people this, and they say music. Well, I know you're doing music, but is that really your full time, or do you like travel? He obviously likes travel. Um, Carl does, but Jonathan, how about you? What kinds of hobbies do you guys do when you have free time, if you have
Yeah. I work a bit with music, and also as my hobby, of course.
full time?
Uh,
As in some part of music you work full time?
yeah, I work with web design and
Oh,
design, podcasts, music. I get some labels, and I work with some labels and distributors in music.
no, good.
I work a lot in the music business, but also, with regular companies and churches and so on. But as a hobby, I like to make creative stuff, like, movies for fun, animated movies. I've just started to do that for the last 6 months, and then, travel with my family and such ordinary things as well. But I usually like to, be really nerdy with something, a project, and I work all over the clock with just one thing till I'm ready, and then I go for the next project.
And if you could pick one area of travel, where would you like to go the most?
Well, me and my wife just got home from a little trip today, and we just said that Sweden is really beautiful in the summertime. So we had time. So usually when we go home, we just, go straight home. This time we just said like, hey, let's go in here and see how it looks, and, let's see this town, and then we went there. So I think that I have this summer I have explored Sweden more, and in the summertime I think it's beautiful.
Definitely, and it is unbelievable. Uh, I work out of home, but my wife works, in an office, and she'll get people that'll come in and she'll mention some of the places we've been, and I go all over Washington. I've pretty much been everywhere. There's a few places I haven't been, but very, very few. And so she'll mention some of these places, and they're like, "Where the heck is that?" It's like down the street. And it's like
Yeah.
people have, there's nothing that kind of sparks your interest to say, instead of sitting around on the couch this weekend, let's go check this out. And
Mm.
yeah, she can't believe it. And other people are like, does your husband ever let you relax on weekends? And it's like, we do. Yeah, we do that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we like to see new things and visit new places, and that's how you learn how to. In fact, we just got back from a place. I'm a hockey fan. I don't know if you noticed that the Stanley Cup over here, but
Mm.
we were watching this one of our favorite teams playing this tournament in a place called Kelowna, and I had never heard of it. And it's in British Columbia, but it's eastern British Columbia. It's about 4 hours from here. And we just said, after looking at the video that they showed and things like that, let's do our vacation there, and we did. And unfortunately, we picked fire season. I mean, we didn't know. We will definitely go June, May this next time, but luckily got home before the real fires started. But wildfires, I mean, but beautiful place. I mean, and you never would have known about that had we not seen that show. And then, going there, you experience it. And yeah, those are things you're going to take away the rest of your life. And
Mm.
how about you,
Mm.
Carl? I've been talking and haven't let you get a chance, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, I do music and audio production pretty much. So yeah, that's what I do. So all that as a hobby, that turned out to be my how I make a living. But as far as hobbies, I don't know. I don't really do much hobbying. I I spend all my free time with my family.
Yeah,
I
family.
like to go, boring stuff like go out for a walk, go to the pool, stuff
No,
like that.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I do like traveling, but music has has allowed me to travel quite a bit. So I get pretty satisfied as far as that. I would like to go to some places that music hasn't taken me though. I would like to go to Grand Canyon. I would like to go to the Monument Valley in Utah.
Oh yeah, I'll
Uh,
tell you that
so
Monument Valley. I haven't seen that yet, but that's on my list too. And
let's meet there.
believe it or not, I haven't seen the Grand Canyon. My wife has, but
Right.
Mm.
yeah, I want to go. And she's like, it's boring. It's just rock. But
Yeah.
I want to be able to say you've been there once and just see it. But
Mm. I love the desert and all the dry areas. And so I live in Mississippi, but I would like to, I like driving through deserts and stuff. So
it's beautiful.
yeah, that's bucket list for me.
Both of those for me.
Yes. Mhm.
Add
Mhm.
another one. Go up to Banff. We haven't been there,
Oh yeah, I've
but
seen
Banff.
pictures. Mm.
I mean, you drive up to this piece of granite that is bigger than your camera can even fit in the
Yeah.
lens. But yeah, that's one of the next ones on our bucket list. But yeah,
Yes.
there are some beautiful areas all over
Mm.
the world, especially. But
Mm.
um, all right, do you want to talk about some of your favorite albums from your discography, rather than going through every single album? What are some of your favorites, and if you're brand new to Narnia, never heard of the band, never heard any of their music, which ones would you say are good albums to get started on for a listener?
If you ask me, I would definitely just check out the latest two ones and then just skip the rest.
Whoa.
I really feel like, I mean, sure, I guess we have some decent songs from the old ones, and songs that have been important to us and to some of our audience over the years. But if you ask me personally, as far as my taste and as far as how I feel that they will make it over time, I think the last two ones are most solid.
All right. Do you ever get bands humming or singing the words back to you? That's got to feel good.
You mean like
At a
if
show.
bump into people on the street or something?
No, 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 at a show.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure, yes.
Good. You,
Especially in South America. That's very rewarding.
everyone
Yeah.
says it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is the place to go for metal, for a
Yeah.
metal.
sure.
You
Yeah,
agree?
the first time we came down to Brazil, that was insane because they weren't humming along, they were shouting along in the
Yeah.
guitar solos even. They
Yeah.
had learned those melodies.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, it was crazy in a good way.
And my wife is from South America, and she says, yeah, they just absolutely love metal. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not as big a fan of it, but yeah,
okay. But
uh,
she can relate. She
Yeah.
understands though.
but
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
understands. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. How
There's
about
another album. If you don't want to listen to the latest two album, which I agree is the best so far, I think the compilation album Soli Deo Gloria that we released some years ago,
Mm.
5 years ago maybe, is a pretty good one as well because we started with the new songs back then, and then we go backwards. So it's a good. I think that is a pretty solid album as well.
Yeah, it starts out good and it goes worse and worse.
he's
I didn't say that, but
I said it.
pretty tough on his own music. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about Exxon. It opens with like a thief in the night. Very kind of Europe. Yeah, it's I definitely see the influence. Um, tell us a little bit about and I Christian kind of has those James LeBride type vocals, which is a good thing to have. Uh, tell us about that song. What was the inspiration? What's the idea behind it? And I think
Um,
it has a biblical message as well, but if you want to mention that.
yeah. As far as the message, I'm so bad. I wrote the lyrics. I don't even remember the lyrics at the top of my head right now. So I would have to look into it because I haven't listened to it in quite a while. But yeah, just like a thief in the night, that's simply a metaphor for Jesus coming back because it says that when he comes back, nobody will have a clue before it actually happens. So he will come like a thief in the night. So that's the story, and I based it off a few uh, parts of the New Testament. As far as music, it's I think it has some sort of. If Dream Theater would be playing straight rock, sure, yeah, it has some odd timing and stuff, so it is a bit progressive as well. But I think it has some. I like Dream Theater a lot, and I've been listening to them since the Images and Words album came out. So they have also affected the way I write music, and especially as far as riffs sometimes. So I think you could tell if you listen to that song that those influences. Um, but then I guess it's a bit more of a straight rock tune, especially the chorus. I wanted to have like a quite catchy chorus on it. So um, yeah, the older I get, the more I just write stuff that comes from within me. I don't really think so much about influences. They are there because you've fed your brain with them all your life, so it's there somehow. All the seeds that got planted over the years. but it's not that I sit down and okay,
Yeah.
let's write a Europe song or
Yeah.
let's write Dream Theater song. It's just comes out natural.
Mm.
Jonathan, do you want to add to that or?
No, it's CJ's song, so he knows.
All right. All right. And then Ocean Wide is a slower rocker and more praise in the name of the Lord, which is
Mhm.
great. Thank you for all that. How do how do you I don't know how to ask this question. Um, how do you in the metal world, how do you deal with your religious spirituality? Is it accepted, obviously, by your fans, but is it something that is difficult for people to? I mean, I'm a Christian myself, but is it in metal? It seems to be kind of the other the other person that isn't usually talked about, or you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, do you guys get that feeling? I don't think you do, but go ahead.
Scandinavia is extremely secular. Sweden, in particular, is extremely secular country, um, and yeah, sure, it doesn't help. You can't promote your band by, okay, we have a Christian band now we're going to sell
Oh,
records. That's not the
oh.
way it works. It's definitely the other way around.
Mm.
But we just haven't, that's not going to stop us. We just do what we do, and we do what we think is important, and
Mm.
we really want to give our gifts to the Lord, and that's what we want to spread to the people as well. But yeah, I guess I can make people a little angry by saying this, but I think it's accepted by the open-minded people.
Yeah,
Not everybody in the metal scene is open-minded. They think they are.
yeah.
So yeah, it's quite difficult to reach out to lots of festivals, but on the other hand, we have been touring with a bunch of big secular bands as well, and we've been playing some very good secular festivals. So we've been pretty well received for a Christian band, I'd say, and we're really thankful. I really want to express my gratitude to those bands and festivals that actually had the guts to book us.
Mm.
Because the people end up loving what you're providing, the music you're making, and it doesn't matter. Um,
Yeah, and some people actually really appreciate the fact that we do what we want to do and that we stand up for it,
Mm.
because that's also appreciated by some. So,
and you have a very large following from what I've looked into, and they keep coming back for more, so that's good.
Mm.
that is good. Yeah,
Really? Yeah.
Anything you wanted to add, Jonathan?
No, it's right.
that's something. Come
And
on.
then while
Say
we're
something. Mm. Yeah, no, but as CJ says, it it's not really what do you say in Sweden. It's not nothing positive to say that you're a Christian.
Hmm,
People usually doesn't like it, but we've been to a lot of festivals and people like Narnia, and as you said, because of the music mostly. And some people think it's cool that we actually stand for something.
yeah.
So yeah, just like CJ said. So
All right. And then Heaven's Calling. Do you want to talk a little bit about that one?
Yeah, that's the quite. It displays some of our neoclassical roots, I guess.
mm,
It's but both that one and Ocean Wide.
mm,
The vocal parts, the lyrics came from Christian,
mm,
and then we worked on it together a bit. But yeah, they have his trademarks, I guess. He's good with coming up with catchy choruses and yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm a bad talker, so that's why I do music.
No.
I
But
communicate with creating music, but yeah, it's an up tempo track. I really like it myself, to be honest.
Mm, oh.
I think I did one of my crazier guitar solos ever in that one as well. I'm not looking forward to playing that live, but someday.
Yeah.
Good.
But I think also Ocean Wide is more like the pop song or the radio song.
Yes.
And Heaven's Calling is a little bit more maybe progressive or more difficult, but also very catchy.
Yeah, it might be a bit more challenging. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ocean Wide has this four on the floor thing. I
yeah,
like that on when you play songs live, that really
yeah.
works. Yeah.
And it works really good live because we have played it for maybe 1 year. Yeah, more than 1 year
Sure.
now.
Yeah, yeah, that's been fun.
Yeah.
All right. Walk on Water.
What song is that?
It was our drummer came up with some drum ideas, and then you
Yeah,
wrote the song,
right.
and then
Yes.
I helped
Yeah,
with some
that's the one I
lyrics.
thought it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually,
follow
that
forward.
started as some drum rhythms.
Yeah.
I just told Anders, hey, why don't you just send me some crazy stuff, record
Mm,
something, and send it to me, and see what I can come up with.
mm,
So yeah, he sent that, and we bounced that back and forth a few times, just minor tweaks of it, and then I wrote some riffs on top of that, and yeah, so that was a very different way of writing a song, to simply have some drum riffs, more or
mm.
less.
Well,
But yeah, it's, in a way, it's a quite heavy and aggressive song in a way,
Mm.
but still quite smooth. We always, I mean, if we make it aggressive or up tempo or progressive or whatever direction, we always try to make it accessible at the same time.
good.
So if there are odd times and stuff on the drums, people not even know might not notice, because I think that's an important thing. If you can make things really glued together, and if you can make something like progressive without people, stumbling when they listen to it, then I
Mm.
think that to me that's a sign of quality in a way.
I
Do you
thought you were
guys?
going to say that even if we do a progressive neoclassic, everybody calls it power metal anyway.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, I can't fix that problem.
No. Yeah.
Speaking of power metal, um, did either of you hear Def Leppard's "On Through the Night" album? A lot
Yeah,
of
I've
people
heard
heard
it, but
Pyromania and all
mm,
the bigger hits and bigger
mm,
albums, but that song for me really started it. Really got them
Wow.
off their feet and into the big stages.
mm.
And this song sounds like it would fit perfectly on that album. Uh,
Okay.
but it's kind of like, yeah, if you get a chance, listen to that one. Most people probably in this day and age don't listen to it. They just listen to the big hits, the big albums.
Mm.
But
That's what I've done.
go back and listen to this one. It shows you where they really started getting there,
Mm,
and um, this sounds like a real good song that would belong on that.
mm.
All right,
Interesting.
Yeah.
God of Fire has one heck of a talk about that guitar solo. I compared it to like an electric drill metal guitar. It was just awesome. But go ahead,
Mm.
you talk about that one. That was just amazing.
Oh yeah, that's a very odd song, I guess. I mean that was a challenge, to make a song like that one and still make it accessible, because we tried to do it on that song as well. But yeah, that song actually, we were writing the record, and we were kind of under pressure, and my wife knew that I had to get some songs. I got to come up with new songs, and we were about to make a few long drives with the car. So she just told me, okay, I'll be driving, and you will sit there in the back seat working on songs. Okay, I'll do that. So I was there with my laptop and little tiny. Actually, I had this little thing
Oh, okay.
in the car. So I wrote that song in the car during two
Ah,
car rides. So the whole song was done that way. So I was very limited. I didn't have a guitar or anything, so I was limited to what was coming up in my head and what I could do on, this tiny keyboard and not a good space. So everything was, from my brain
Yes.
much more than from
Yeah.
from an instrument.
mm.
Right.
So that actually broadens the palette quite a bit, actually.
It forced
But
you
anyway,
out.
yeah. So it became a quite interesting song, if I may say so myself.
Yeah, it is.
It forced
And
you out of
then,
your comfort zone, and
Yes,
that's
definitely.
good. I
And
mean,
I guess the lyrics might not be totally comfortable either. It's about how we oppose God, how we try to shoot at Him in the way we live our lives, and everything that goes on around us. Um but it's also, on the same time, about the spiritual reality that people live in, whether they know it or not. So it talks about the spiritual battles written about in Ephesians.
yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much the foundation of the lyrics. It might be a hard song to understand, but if you really try, you probably will figure it out.
There's nothing wrong with picking up the Bible and looking at it like
No, exactly.
any other text. You don't
Mm,
necessarily have to, you know, join the religion or anything like that, but use it as a text. I mean, obviously, I don't just use it as a text, but if you are, you know, you're not of any particular religion, you can use it that way. Yeah. And there's good information.
mm.
Yeah. Jonathan, did you want to say something that I hope I didn't cut?
well, this is the first song on the album that CJ is singing lead vocals on the verses.
Oh,
Right. I think, yeah.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid. I put a vocoder on that, or
Yeah.
on the verse, but I don't think it ended up on the album. I think
Oh.
I muted it when I mixed the record.
Uh,
Or can you
that was
hear
a
it?
cool thing. That was a cool thing.
It was, but I
I
just
don't know if,
realized
yeah,
I don't think it's there anymore.
maybe not.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that happens.
that's okay. You gave up some secrets there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Remedy. Another great, this one has really excellent keyboards. Do you want to talk about that one?
Well, that was,
Jonathan started that, so you can talk about that.
yeah, years ago. I just sent CJ some, demos that I had that I thought maybe they should fit Narnia. And I don't think he liked anything of it except for this chorus.
Well,
So
that's an
on this
important
album,
part, isn't it?
well, yeah, it is. It is. So on this album, he just sent me the song without any vocals or melodies. And he said, "Here it is." And you asked me to make some verses with this whispering or talking
Mm,
vocals, speech. So I wrote those as well.
yeah.
And then it turned out to be this song, Remedy. Hmm.
All right. And then my favorite song, and I think probably the biggest
Oh.
one in the album, is Jerusalem. And
Mm.
I was going to ask you when you started talking about Jerusalem, but have either of you heard the song by ELP, which is actually an old English uh, hymn song? Hymn, yeah. You guys have never heard that song? Oh,
I
you're
don't think I
kidding.
have.
No,
Emerson, Lake
I
and
don't
Palmer.
think so. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think I've heard it.
Oh my God, I'm a professor. I actually am a teacher. There's your homework.
Okay,
Ah,
okay. I'll check it out.
I'm telling you, it will. The words are just beautiful. But
Mm,
mm.
like I say, it is actually a hymn out of the English, old English, historic English
Mm.
archives, and they just
Wow.
redid it. And Greg Lake is Greg Lake. He is one of the
Mm.
greatest, in my book, one of the
Mm.
greatest singers of all time, and he just really brings that thing home. But they played it live in Toronto, I think it was, for a Olympics right before
Mm.
the Olympics, and
Mm.
unbelievable. Yeah, but it'll, for me, it was life changing when I heard it, and I
Oh,
still love that song, and I could. And even the hymn I've heard, with pipe organs and everything else, and it is
wow.
absolutely all right. But that's not your song. So tell us about your song.
Well, CJ came up with the music, and then he gave me some ideas for it, and then I tried to write. Well, I started with the lyrics, and then I thought I should do something like, a pilgrim's journey, something like that. And then I thought, because I listened a lot to White Art when growing up,
Oh,
and
okay.
I like those lyrics with, storytelling, and yes. So I tried to make a White Hart song, but CJ hasn't listened to them, so he didn't understand. But he thought in his way, and then we tried to, merge our ideas. And I think it was really, it's one of my favorites on the album as well. It doesn't sound, like Narnia. It sounds like Narnia, but not maybe our main, uh, focus, but I think it's a really cool song. And then we split the vocal parts. So yeah, I
And the
like it.
lyrics are very deep too. Yeah, if you really listen.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah, I was a bit surprised. It was one of the guys at our distribution label that pointed out that song as a
yeah,
single, could be a single. It's something
yeah,
we should use to promote the album. I was like, that song?
yeah.
That's a
I
weird
thought so.
song. It's not that I thought it was bad. I was just surprised that he said that. And then you made a video for it, and we put
Ah,
it
yeah.
out, and yeah, people really got in touch about that song. Hey, that song, that's just amazing. Some really, you know, pretty other pretty good songwriters got in touch, and you know gave us their praise for that song, and I was surprised, happily surprised. Yeah,
Yeah.
Always good when you hear that. Definitely.
yeah.
Songwriters, yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
I don't want to mention names, but yeah, that was humbling. Humbling. Yeah.
Humbling
Mm.
experience, yeah.
Yes.
All right. And then every breath again took me back to Def Leppard. You guys
Okay.
don't you don't feel any kind of influence from them, or
No, I can't say we do. Uh, I mean, I like the Def Leppard albums that I've been paying attention to. That would be Hysteria, Pyromania. Yeah, pretty much those two, to be honest.
Mm.
But I've never considered myself influenced by what they do,
No, not me
really.
either. I think this song was Christian was in my studio, and we tossed around some melodies, and then he came up with the idea. And I think what he sang there spontaneously in my studio was almost the lyrics that we kept for the chorus,
oh, good.
Mm.
and then we tried to figure out the verses. But so it was pretty spontaneous from him. I like the melody.
All right. Um, and then you put in a nice instrumental break, which is always good. Uh, the War That Tore the Land. Talk a little bit about that. What was the inspiration, just to kind of give everyone a break, or
Yeah, sort of. But it was just we have been playing that song, the original one, live quite a few times, and it's always been a very strong spiritual experience together with the crowd, because there's something happens in the room when we play it, and I just had this idea that when you listen to the new record, that all of a sudden that part just sneaks back up, like it fades in, it fades out, and it's sort of a worship moment.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to create the vibe of this worshiping going on in the background all the time, and it will go on forever, if you ask me. So that's sort of the vibe I saw with it. So we just took the Hallelujah part and added a guitar solo to it, and then it sneaks out again. So it was quite an abstract idea, but I think it worked.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
No, but that song is a very special song. I think it was on the From Darkness to Light album.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So, and I remember when we played that the first time in Chile with the Striper, and it was really something that happened when we played the song. The people in the audience felt, warmth,
Yeah.
felt God's presence, and even non-believers. And every time we played it, it's amazing. We played it on big secular festival, Sweden Rock Festival, and people were like, "Yeah, yeah, what do we do?" And they sing Hallelujah.
yeah. They just had to
You
take
know,
it, you know.
That's what I'm
yeah,
supposed to. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It was really nice to play it
Yeah,
there. Actually,
sure. Yeah.
it's a really cool song that you cannot. In Sweden, you say värja dig emot. What do you say in English, Kalle?
I don't know. Yeah, you can't. No,
You
I
can't
don't have a
stop
good
it
word for it,
because,
but
it's just like a tsunami coming at you
mm,
with God's presence, something like that.
mm.
I love that song.
It is a great song.
Mm.
All right. And then you finish with a 7 minute or over 7 minute epic closer, The Man from Nazareth. And it is a wonderful story, resurrection story. Um, Talk about that, the inspiration or anything you want to say about that.
Yeah, that's based on 20 years ago when we did the Enter the Gate album. We had this song that closed that record called The Man from Nazareth, and that's about the life of Jesus from when he was born. He walked on the earth, and then he hung on the cross, and he says, "It is finished." And I just had this idea about making a part two uh, of that song, and which starts on the cross, and then when he's taken down from the cross and he's put into his tomb, and
Rises.
he resurrects, and he walks on the earth and then goes back to heaven again. So I just thought that would be a very nice way to make the whole thing complete.
Close. Yeah.
So yeah, and it's musically, I guess it's sort of related to even though it doesn't have the same parts or anything, it's somehow related to the older version or the part one, because there are parts in there that it's allowed to take time. The song doesn't rush itself. It's the storytelling, and it's definitely shows our progressive or symphonic side, I think.
Anything else you want to add, John?
No, it's CJ's song. Yeah, he sing the verses. Yeah, on
Yeah.
this one as well,
No, no,
without the
no big deal for
vocoder.
me. Without, of course, I didn't even plan a vocoder for that one, but
Oh,
All right. Well, it's a fantastic album. It's a great way to celebrate all these years, and it's an excellent album. Please get out there and get that. Are you guys working on a new one?
not really at this point. Um, we just had this one out, so and again, as I said, there's been so many things going on. I moved over here, and I shipped all my equipment, my guitars and amplifiers and recording equipment and computer and everything, I shipped that on May 15th, I think, from Norway, and I'm still waiting for it here.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I haven't been able to do much, honestly.
Mm.
Uh, I have
I've
this
heard
little
those.
MIDI keyboard. That's what I have, and I
I've
bought a
heard
guitar
those
as
horror
well.
stories, but here's a live one. So that
Yeah.
they physically ship it by boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cars too, or
No, no cars. That doesn't make
oh,
sense to bring cars. But music equipment, some furniture, and lots of personal stuff, toys for the little kid, and yeah, we filled the container pretty much.
wow. Well,
Yeah.
I hope you get that because that is it's always been one of my nightmares. We've talked about maybe, moving off country a long time ago.
Mm,
Uh, but yeah, and we looked into it and the cost and
yeah.
I mean, you definitely you want to buy insurance, but even with insurance, there's no guarantees. And
No, the whole thing can sink.
well,
Now it's actually it's sitting at customs since a week back now, so it's on the U.S. mainland.
that's a
But I don't know how much time it's going to take to clear customs. We'll see, and I hope they're not going to make us pay more than we already did.
in like customs New York or customs
Mobile, Alabama.
in Alabama. At least
Yes.
it's made it there. It doesn't have to do another trip. That's good.
Right. Yeah, it's like 3 hours away, but I'm not allowed to go and pick it up, so I just have to wait patiently.
Mhm.
My goodness. And that's what I had another band from Australia come over to Europe, and they had to bring all their uh, instruments and everything, and that was just for a little tour. And
Hmm.
the problem, luckily, they received everything on time, but
Mm,
you have a scheduled time you're supposed to play.
mm,
You have instruments you can't play, and it's not your fault. You're waiting. It is so difficult.
yes.
And they've made it. And it doesn't help that we've got all these tariffs on top of everything. So yeah,
That
it
doesn't affect me though.
well good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so difficult for travel right now
Mm,
for so many bands, really.
yes.
All right, but you're probably writing. I think all musicians are sort of writing or thinking about what's next, or maybe not.
Well, I don't really function that way. I usually write when I know what I'm writing. Like, okay, we're gonna make a record. Let's write it. I don't sit down, just being an artist with things, spinning around my head. I'm,
That's
I
right.
guess I'm a more of a working, working musician, working
Yeah.
songwriter. Uh, so I'm not constantly writing just because I feel like I have to. I guess it would have been good if I was that kind of guy because then I would have material lying around, but I just don't. So yeah, I haven't been able to work either because I don't have
All your
my gear really. So it's I just wait. I will set up a LLC here like next week and start to get things moving again.
Jonathan, how about on your side?
Well, not for Narnia. I haven't written anything. I have some ideas that I always write down when I get them. So I got my mobile full of notes, with the ideas and themes and stuff, but nothing written yet, but just on ideas.
And do either of you participate in either another band or have solo projects or anything like that, or is Narnia the main focus?
It's the
For
main
me,
focus, yeah, for me. And I got a solo project as well, as where CJ and our drummer is helping me, called Jono, like what I'm called. So we released 2 songs in melodic rock, AOR, 80s rock, and then we got three new songs that we have started to record.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of demos for that band or project as well. But Narnia is my main focus.
When it's ready, send it. I'd be happy to review it if you want.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, that's really the list of questions I had. Do you guys have anything that I missed or maybe you want to talk about?
I'm not a talker. I write music. No,
He
no, I
said
think we
Yes, you are.
we covered
he does rate.
quite a lot. Yeah, but Jonathan can say something. He can.
No, but it has been fun to make this record, this X album. It has been a long process for us in the band because I think we started 3 years ago, or CJ started 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So we have heard these songs a lot, and since we got this, 10 finished demos from CJ, then it was ready. And then we started to write lyrics and melodies together, and it's always, I think that is the funniest part and hardest part as well. But then when you hear it and you hear like the song Jerusalem, I think that one turned out really, really good. And as I imagine it in my mind, I think it's turned out like that and even better. And that's a really fun part and something that I'm very grateful for, to be surrounded by great musicians.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to say?
We appreciate your time. Thank you
Yes.
for even coming up with these questions and your interest and for spreading the word.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Well, definitely. Yeah. No, keep me on your list, and when the next one's ready or anything, solo projects, any of that stuff, please send them to me. I'd be happy to review them. I'm always writing about something. Like you, I love writing, and yeah, and also helping promote bands because, as you can,
Thank you.
I love music and can't play a note. So yeah, a lot of people are like, well, he must play all sorts of. No, I have a CD rack here that's full of music. I play that, but I don't play any. But yeah.
Well, what would we do without guys like you? We would be nothing. So we're really depend on guys like you. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome. Yeah,
Thank you.
we love music, and there's a lot of us out there, and hopefully that continues, and we don't let this AI take over or anything like that. There's a time and place, I guess, for it, but hopefully not making music. Let's keep the humans making music.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, really. Thanks.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then we just hang in here. We can all talk for a minute. But again, Narnia, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy days to talk about X and your 30 or more years of being in the Christian metal scene and the heavy metal scene. And their new album X was released May 29th on their own label. It sounds like, right? Narnia Songs is your label. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And get out there and give it a listen. It's very, very good. We talked about the songs here. If you need to, go back and listen to this, but better yet, go and listen to the music.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, hold on just a second. And
Yeah.
thanks again, both Carl and Jonathan, and for being here, taking your time out of your day. All right, hold on just a second.